nice puppy. Really? Good boy. You like that new red leash? It's the real in thing. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good sidekick.
He is.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Art of the Dog podcast. Well, we got two special guests again this week. And we got Ryan Willibey. Ryan Willibey is he was one of our heroes. He's a Marine. He's a ex-Marine, although from what I understand, there's no such thing as an ex-Marine. There's just, what do you call him? Oh, a veteran Marine. I got that right. It took me a while to figure out. And his trusty sidekick, Bosco. This is what's going on. This is such a great idea. Bosco is a service dog in training. Ryan is his trainer, and they're both working together, they're both learning together, and they're both progressing together. So we're gonna have the perfect team here. Now, don't get confused with Bosco being a therapy dog. That's a whole different story that we're gonna get into today. But Bosco is gonna be a real live service dog, and that makes him totally unique. So anyway, welcome to our show, Ryan, and nice to have you here. Bosco said he was very glad to be here too, so
yep,
we got that out of the way. As far as getting a service dog, what makes a dog to be a candidate? What makes a dog a good candidate for a service dog?
I would say to make him a good candidate, that the bond between the trainer, the owner, and the dog itself is, I think, one of the biggest components. He's not just a dog that I, went shopping online and found. I went and met him, we bonded, and there was just an instantaneous pull between each other to be together.
So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did you decide you wanted to have a service dog and then went looking for a dog and found Bosco?
Actually, what happened was I was looking for a rescue. I wanted a dog. I wanted to go get a rescue dog. And
where did he come from?
The Allegheny SPCA, Allegheny County.
So he's a county rescue dog.
He is.
By the way, those are my favorite. I'm very partial to those. Not that there's anything wrong with the private rescues, but I volunteer with the Wyoming County shelter, and I'm a big proponent of rescues from the shelter because we're the best thing that ever happened to them. So you went to Allegheny, you found the dog, you got a crush on him right away. This is my dog. And then you decided, I think he's smart enough to be a service dog, or what?
Yeah, I started doing some basic training with him, with an online dog trainer, and she asked if he was going to be a service dog, and I honestly had never thought about it until she brought it up. I didn't know what the requirements were for making him a service dog, and to be honest, I still am a little fuzzy on it because he was made a service dog as a gift to me.
Okay.
So when they started telling me the different things that service dogs can do, as far as you're allowed to take them places on flights, things like that, I thought that would be helpful for me as a person, and now I'd really like to help other people find that. I want to train him to be able to recognize my triggers personally, and in the future get other dogs to recognize their handlers' triggers and to be able to take care of them, whatever their needs are.
Okay, so do they put you through different stages? For example, I know that the American Kennel Club has like a training 101, and that would be a good citizen certificate. And I have to tell you, I have a dog at home, my Luke, who my second book is about, but he's truly a head case, and he's been with me for 7 years. But I thought it'd be a really cool idea, and never dreamed in 1,000 years I'd get away with it. But I took him to the American Kennel Club Good Citizen Certificate class. It was 6 weeks long. And then it was a tough, really tough on the dog exam. He passed it. I'm still scratching my head. He passed it. This is a guy who can't walk upstairs without a leash. I mean, he's a piece of work. I don't want to get into talking about Luke because it takes all day. But he actually passed this, and they said, that's good. Do you want to go on and get him to be a therapy dog or even the ultimate service dog? And I said, no, because either one of us can handle it. but I really admired Luke for going through that and getting that done. Has he had his good citizen certificate training yet?
He has Good Pup 101 training.
Okay. So Good Pup, and how old is he?
He will be 2 next week.
Okay, how long have you guys been together?
Almost a year. 11 months on his birthday.
So you got him through his teenage period.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And puppy period.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm really, really looking forward to kind of monitoring you guys as you go through this, because I do know Ryan, and I'm really happy that we're going to have somebody that knows what he's doing, because when it comes to service dogs, I don't. But we all, as viewers of the Art of the Dog podcast, we're here to learn. So we're hoping that you're going to be our mentor right along, and even have you back
I'd be happy
when he
to.
comes back as the big-shouldered service dog. We can't wait. So my guest, Ryan Willibey, a former Marine and somebody who did some time in Afghanistan.
Yep. I deployed to Iraq in 08-09 and then Afghanistan 2009 to 2010.
Wow, thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Listen, did you make any canine friends over there?
I sure did. In Afghanistan, not only did we have bomb-sniffing dogs on station, but we actually met some local dogs that decided to come back to the base with us.
Were they wild?
He was wild.
Oh, cool.
We were on a patrol, and we were coming through the village, and on the other side of the village, it opened up into like a valley with sand dunes on either side of it. And this stray wild dog was standing up on the sand dune and came running down at my squad of 13 Marines and 1 Navy Corpsman. And as we were trying to decide how we were going to handle it, because we're not supposed to engage other animals.
In other words, you got guns, but the dog doesn't, so you're going to be responsible.
That's right. While we were deciding what would happen, another wild dog came from behind us and decided he'd take matters into his hands, and he fought off the dog that was attacking from up the hill. He came back to the base with us, dined with us. He got to eat and drink whatever he wanted. He lived with us for about 3 months.
What was his name?
And we named him Ajax, after the mythical warrior.
All right. And Ajax, was there any breed that you could tell with him, or it was just wild?
Honestly, he looked like a big wolf.
Did he?
He did, and he had a red and black beard on his chest, type of colors. He was just a beautiful giant.
Very nice. Do you know what happened to Ajax? Did anybody take care of him, or did he just stick around and be a camp dog?
Well, he was a camp dog, like I said, for about 3 months. Unfortunately, we had to shoo him away. Mm-hmm. We couldn't keep, they called them mascots on the base, and we were actually just about to push into the invasion of Marja, and the battalion commander came to the base. So higher ups were there, he had to go.
Well, I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he is.
Especially if a guy who's going to protect everybody else, and he knows how to protect
Someone's going to look
himself.
out for him too.
Yeah, great. Great story, Ryan. Thanks.
Thank you.
You know, sometimes we stress our own dog out. I got the call from the Perry vet, who said they had a client who asked for help, because this gentleman's dog has diabetes, and he was instructed to give his dog an insulin shot. Problem was, is every time this gentleman came toward his dog with the needle, the dog did the right thing. It bit him. And he just couldn't know what to do. He's like, I can't give the dog a shot. I got bite marks all over me. So I said, I'll come over and visit you, see what we can do. So I got to the house, and this is a really, really nice, handsome pit bull. Muscular. I didn't think I wanted him biting me, so I can imagine why this guy was all stressed out. And by the way, his name was Ryan. Ryan, you're gonna love seeing this story on video. But it was true. He said, just watch. I'm gonna just show this guy the needle and he's gonna get angry with me. I thought about it and I said, hey Ryan, what if you went to the doctor and you went to the dentist and the dentist said, relax, put your head back, open your mouth wide. And then he started coming at you and he's shaking like a leaf and he's just so uncomfortable with what he's about to do to you. Would you let that guy give you a shot? I don't think so. So you can't blame your dog for saying, this is not gonna happen. So let's work on it while I'm here. So what we did is we started without any shot whatsoever. And I want you, Ryan, to go over and approach your dog just to give him a pat on the head. And after that, we're gonna come back and just give him a pat on the hackles because that's where the shot's gonna go, right between the shoulders and the hackles. The dog's not gonna get upset with you if you pat him on the hackles. Good. So we did this for a couple minutes till the dog calmed down, till Ryan calmed down. And we know that if Ryan's calm, the dog can start to calm. So we did that. Then we did it with a bottle. It was an empty soda bottle. And I just want you to walk toward your dog and pet the dog with the soda bottle on the hackles. And the dog accepted that. Why? Because Ryan, you were comfortable. You weren't nervous. This dog's reading your energy all day long. So we did that with the bottle. We actually graduated to, I want you to go over there with the shot, but no needle in it, because we don't know how much puppy's seeing, right? So we went over there with the shot and he pet the dog on the hackles with the empty shot, the syringe. Then the dog calmed down. Why? Because Ryan knew that the dog wasn't gonna bite him as long as he wasn't nervous, and he wasn't nervous because there was no needle. Wow, probably about a half hour, 45 minutes came by. But I said, I want you to walk over to your dog with the hackles, pet the dog on the hackles, and have the needle in your hand, and then actually pet the dog with the needle so the dog could relax. It worked. Dog didn't bite anybody. I said, now we just have a problem with confidence. If you're scared, Ryan, the puppy's scared. If you're calm, the puppy can be calm. So let's give it a shot. Get some attitude. I want you to be confident and go over like you own the world and give that doggone dog a shot right between the hackles because it's a necessary one thing and the dog trusts you now. So just do it. I couldn't believe my eyes. He walked right over and gave that dog a shot and the dog didn't care at all. You know, when you go to the vet and you give a dog a shot between the hackles, you pull the skin up a little bit. The dog doesn't mind because it doesn't hurt. Ryan found that out. Got his dog a shot. Been giving his dog a shot ever since. Worked out just fine. It's confidence. I'm not going to let you give me a shot if you're nervous. Okay, before we sign off and say goodbye to our guests, Bosco, Mr. Willibey, I gotta really tell you how much we appreciated you guys here. This is fantastic. Thanks again for your service. And is there anything you want to add before we sign off today?
Well, just thanks so much for having me. This has been a great experience. And we are working on a fundraiser to raise awareness for veteran suicide through Mission 22.
Perfect.
So look out for information coming out about that.
And when we get some information, you can bet we're going to put it on the Art of the Dog podcast, okay?
Outstanding.
Thanks
Thank
again,
you.
Bud. Really appreciate your service. And you too, Bud.
Thank you.
You pet, huh? You shake hands? You shake hands? No, just shake face. Good boy.